Hello! My name is Eevee, and I'm gonna be demonstrating to you how to draw in Eevee. I'm gonna be using a sketchbook, drawing with a pencil, outlining with a pen, coloring with a marker, and adding some final details with colored pencil. So let's get started. The first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna wanna figure out the area that you're drawing in. So let's do a little quick sketch here. Drawing a circle for the head, and then a little bean-shaped body, and a little quick tail, big triangle ears, and we're going to put a little crosshair just so that we know where the face is going to be. And then let's do some little sketchy legs. We're going to do it for all 4 of the legs. And then there's going to be a giant mane for Eevee. Alright. Oh. Let's do the inner ear parts. Just big triangles inside there. 2 big circle shapes for the eye. Triangle nose. Little happy face. And, just puffy parts for the cheeks. And then, little chinny chin. There we go. So next up, tracing over it in pen. So the first thing you do is draw your circle. So the next thing you're going to do is trace over your shape here. For me, I'm doing it a little bit, since I'm doing it in pen, you can't just erase that. So, I got like the cheeks coming out, so it's not a perfect circle shape at all. It's obviously got some stuff coming off of it. Like chin and cheeks and all kinds of goodies. Face goodies. And even sometimes you shape things more out. So like, this is a exaggerated head. And then these curved triangles are coming out of the top of the head, because these are the giant ears. So it's not a perfect triangle by any means. But then I'm also going to add another one of those coming over on this top side of the head. And then we're going to want to do the inner part. It kind of mimics the outside of there, but it's going to be a bit more triangle shaped. We're going to want to do the mane. So these are like puffy, but then they turn into pointed like triangle shapes. And then when overlap happens, that's where you darken your lines more, because it shows that there's more dimension there. So let's do the back first. It's kind of like this weird bean. Like, we're going to want to curve it outward. That's actually the knee. And then it's going to go straight down into what looks like a paw. Well, what is a paw. And then, we're going to want to have the little toes. Usually, I just draw 3 for these kind of animals. And then kind of go up straight. And this part actually curves in. So that's what back legs usually would look like. And what I'm going to do is jump over to this front leg. Front legs are kind of trickier for me, just because they have less shape, but it's more like straight lines. And then, the little paws. And then we go up here, kind of curve in a little bit, mimic this leg, but it's obviously in the background. So it's like way back there and a little bit tinier. Mimicking that shape. And adding in these little paws. So we just curve up. It's kind of like how the mane is. But it's obviously facing the other way and a little bit less pointy. So then what we're going to do is add in this body shape. It could just be like curved down. This part's a little trickier because you can't just go right through. Kind of curving up a little bit. Next, we're going to want to do the face. So for me, I'm just going to do these big circle shapes for the eyes. This is more of like a stylistic thing. But then we got a little triangle nose. And then the big lip. Big swoopy lip. Both of them. And then the mouth, which is like a little curvy shape that kind of comes down. And then I put in little triangles for teeth and like a curve for the tongue. What we're going to do now is add in some marker. So what I do is I test them to the side. So what you do while you color is you're going to follow the shapes. Follow the shapes of your initial line art. And yeah, you can skip over and do whatever parts you want first. I just like to focus on the face because that's where the focus of the picture is. So I want to make sure that part looks the best before I go in and try and do other stuff. Because you always want to focus on the face and the hands in your pictures. Because that's just what humans focus their eyes on naturally. So it's best to make those look really good in your pictures. Because if your face or your hands are messed up, then people are going to notice. And on the entire thing, they're going to start noticing problems. So if there's like minor issues in the tail, for example, but the face and the paws are really, really good, people are not going to notice nearly as fast. And it's not going to destroy the entire picture. And it's good to kind of build up your whole picture together and not focus on one little tiny part, because then there's only one good part of your whole picture. So like, yes, focus on the parts that are important, but don't just focus on those, then there's a problem if there's parts that are majorly good and the rest is just really not good. And like for marker parts, like if your marker starts running out, you don't want just one little part, like that's why I'm going to the tail right now, because if just the tail was dead marker, then you would know that I did that part last. And it would look really out of place. So now this dark one that we tried earlier, we're going to actually bring that in and darken a few of the overlapping parts. Kind of give some depth and make it look more alive. And not just like the same value everywhere. Like obviously with using markers and not just like a fill bucket in Photoshop or whatever, you get naturally different things. I'm just gonna do the main. So since it's white, I'm gonna just like add in a few yellow first just to show like where overlap happens and like where shading will be. So like underneath the chin is definitely a good place. So then I'm gonna add in this dark eye color. Now I'm gonna have the shine be there, so that part needs to stay completely white. And then I'm gonna be adding some black to this too, but for now, I'm just gonna fill in this whole area, because black can always go on top of things when you're using marker. But see, it kind of blends in with the skin a little bit, the color, so definitely gonna want to outline this when we can. So next, I'm gonna use orange for the inside of the mouth. So we want to unify these colors more, so like, usually it's maybe red or pink, but orange unifies it more. And then black, so we're gonna do the inside of the ears. Black is always overpowering markers, so you don't want to have pure black, because you can't go back from there. So I'm kind of doing like a sketchy kind of thing, just so that I can have some lights in there. So we gotta kind of blend the maroon color with the black, and then of course outlining it to differentiate it from the rest. But see, we don't want it to look like an outline look, so I'm kind of doing some sketchy lines around that just so that it doesn't get too much looking like an outline. And then we're going to put black in the nose, And from here, we're going to want to outline a few parts in marker just so that they stand out more. But then once we start doing that, we're going to have to do that everywhere, or else the pen parts will look really out of place. So let's actually go and add in some colored pencil stuff. So I'm going to add in, like, the shadows, obviously. Like, the part beneath them, beneath anyone, is going to be the darkest part of the background because there's a shadow, and the shadow cast is dark. And, like, the black kind of blends in with the brown, so that's actually not bad to add black over something else because it gives it a nice little blend. Just to, like, give it some color and not be the white of the paper, I'm gonna just throw in a bunch of yellow at the end. So let's sign our name. In my case, it is Eevee. And that is how you draw an Eevee. Everyone's got different styles, but that's how I draw an Eevee. So thanks for watching. It's been fun. See you next time.